Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Marvel Strike Force video. I'm sorry I've been away for such a long time. My sheer disappointment in the direction of the game, the new character release cadence, becoming impossible for free-to-play players like ourselves to unlock these new characters within the first 6 months of them being introduced into the game, and some of them are actually required for legendaries, raids, arena. Made me uncertain if I want to continue playing the game. And for those of you guys who are just joining in this video, we are going to go over the new character release method, which is going to be cores, and we're going to decide whether we want to core or not to core. That is the question we're going to answer in this video. We're going to go over the newest team, specifically these three newer guys: Blade, Man-Thing, and Oath. They're necessary right now for the Mystic section. Some of you guys might have experienced it. It's pretty difficult. As Guardians, they don't do shit. They don't even land exposed because of Gladiator being there. And overall, the stats, they don't matter in the end game. The older character stats don't matter anymore. So we're going to decide which characters we want to unlock using cores. Now, personally, I think if you're placing in the top 15 in the arena with the Scopely, on the positive notes, by the way, they've increased the power cores in the arena payouts, and I think it makes it possible to core 2 and possibly even 3 characters. If you're really saving on your cores, you're ramping them up, you're not using them to farm any nodes, or there's no core events going on at the same time. And I think 2, maybe even 3 is possible to be unlocked via cores. And right now, this newest team, Oath, is just becoming available. And we're going to decide if we want to, which ones are we going to pop open and which ones do we need to unlock. So let's start with Oath, the character that is going to be available at the time of recording this video. She's not available. Her job is basically to generate energy. To sum up her kit, the job is to generate energy, land exposed, and she has a ping mechanic. Her very cool ping mechanic also happens to only happens in the raids. It reduces the duration of all positive effects, basically removes safeguard as well as other positive effects, so it's pretty cool. Ooh, actually this part does happen even outside the raid, so she's even better than I thought her to be. And also her energy generation part pops off also outside the raids, and in the raids she also gives the whole team a speed boost. Now keep in mind, this team is gonna be good for Orkies and the next generation of the raids that is going to come. And she's a city character, so you can actually use her with Moon Knight and Blade, along with some other city guys in the new battle world. First few nodes, I believe it's going to be city. So having looked at her kit, I think the fact that she generates energy on spawn, she fills up the speed, the energy bar for everyone. She gives safeguard on any controller turn, which is going to be what's his face, Gore the God Butcher. I think he goes pretty fast. I think he's a controller too. And I think having considered her passive alone, she does get the pass for coring, because she also has this cool 5% speed bar fill, which currently we only have Kang and Cable that currently do that, which has proven to be ageless and pretty useful. Not in arena anymore. with the introduction of annihilators, but everywhere else I think this 5% is going to be pretty useful. So she's gonna have some longevity, as well as this exposed mechanic, which is going to be pretty crucial in removing the safeguard. She might even get usage in Crucible. But she's also pretty fast. She has very high damage. She's pretty fast, 126 speed. And if you go to the character stats table, she takes it home as the second biggest damage dealer on the team, with a great focus, 52,000 focus. And I'm using Fortifier and as ISO so that the stats don't get bloated too much. And we're using 3-star, 3 red, 3 yellow, because that's going to be the unlock if we are to core it. For the first months at least, we're using them as 3 stars. So for Oath or Karen Page, we are going to core. 2 core is the answer, so that is going to be the first character out of the 3. Let's move on to the next one. We have Man-Thing next. Man-Thing is very interesting. She taunts, but only if, or he taunts if only if he has 3 or more NightStalker alloys on the spawn, and he gets the immunity. And he also has another cool mechanic, which gives the entire NightStalker team base speed. And this is not a speed war fill. This is also not only in raids, but outside the raids. And this is going to be insane. So imagine Blade is 127. Normally with this 20%, he's gonna be 147. Oath is going to be 146. So this is an interesting mechanic that he has, and I think it's gonna be useful everywhere where you place him. And he might have some usage alone, but I don't think so. I don't think out of his team he's gonna have too much usage, because he's pretty slow. I think base speed is 95. And even with this 20%, I don't think it's gonna go too high, or maybe 95 is with the speed boost. But he's the main cleanser on his team, based on what I saw in his kit. He does have an attack all and extend all negative effects again, excluding everything, stun, trauma, and ability block, which is lame. And he also gains the taunt outside of the raid as soon as he goes on his first turn. So he has a cleanse on his ultimate, he has a cleanse on his special ability as well, and that also includes a stun on the primary target, if I'm not mistaken, and a slow on primary adjacent, and clear everything. So this is pretty necessary. He feels like what's his face, Sasquatch times 10. He seems Sasquatch but better. I am going to give him a pass score, because core score. We're gonna core him because of his health stats also being pretty high. He's the highest stats in terms of health on his team, and he has good damage too. Not as good as the rest of his team, but he has good damage, good resist, overall good power. And his cleanse mechanic and speed bar and base speed boost is going to be very, very useful. I will give him a core. So we're gonna vote coring for him. Personally, I cored Blade, however, and I'm going to explain my experience. So it might come to your surprise, but Blade is surprisingly weak. He doesn't contribute anything to his team. He doesn't have any use anywhere. I'm not using him in War. I'm not using him in Crucible. Crucible, I'm using him maybe for a sack or cleanup, but that's about it. He's not really doing anything for me. He's not usable in Arena. He does have a speed bar reduction basic, which happens 2 times, so 20% reduction. Then if he hits it with the ISO attack, that's going to be another 10%. So that's the only thing that I can think of that is useful in his kit. He clears some speed up and applies a slow, which is cool. This part, I think we're gonna actually roll this back. Yeah, the ability is even locked out for free to play. It's not even available, only in the candy store, which I'm currently farming, but nothing really out of the ordinary. He's although the main damage dealer on the team, but I think the three-piece team with Oath, Moon Knight, and Agatha, or some combination of Oath and Man-Thing and Agatha, I think it's going to be enough to carry you guys through the raids, if that's what you're thinking about. I don't think Blade is even gonna contribute too much. He has another interesting thing, which is going to be assist now if allies crit, which down the road, if we have all 5 unlocked, I think if you have a Raider on most of your team, this is going to be cool. He's gonna gain that assist every now and then, but other than that, he's surprisingly weak. I cored him because he's my beloved character, played by Wesley Snipes back in the day, of one of the first and foremost Marvel movies that got me into this superhero genre, and I love Blade. I love his character animations. I love everything about this character, but I used him, I unlocked him with cores. I went into the raids, and the three-piece team got destroyed, so it didn't even work because they're pretty slow compared to the raid enemies, and they do need that speed boost and cleanse and energy generation exposed mechanic, removing that safeguard off of the enemies. Overall, I don't think you're gonna miss much if you don't core him, to be honest. So he's gonna be a pass. No core for you, Blade. I'm sorry, but that is going to be my vote. I did core him, but it's gonna be a regret. I think it's a character unlock waste that I just rushed to unlock him, but I think I would have been better off with Man-Thing and Oath. At least having these two guys, Man-Thing and Oath, you get to use NightStalkers, for the 4-piece NightStalkers in Crucible and War and other places, whether offense or defense, but with Blade they don't do much, so it's gonna be a no-go for me. But if you guys haven't unlocked Blade, or you don't have your mind set on unlocking Blade, definitely Oath and Man-Thing will be the way to go. They have enough damage to get you through the Orkies as of now, and over time I think when we unlock Blade it's gonna be fine, but we'll see. If you guys have already unlocked Blade, I think between Oath and Man-Thing we want to lean more towards Man-Thing, I'm sorry, because Oath can be replaced, I think, with possibly Deathpool in the raids, and Deathpool does the energy gen in raids. Some of you guys might have forgot, she was part of the New Warriors 3-piece raid team, which they gained all that energy via Deathpool. I mean, her charge mechanic, Deathpool's charge mechanic won't matter because of Gore, but she's going to keep pinging and generating energy. However, if you have Oath and Man-Thing, just place Deathpool as the 5th, or Ares to prevent the safeguard or so. I don't think Ares will do much. I think Deathpool will be the better choice. Place Deathpool there. She's going to be great. I don't think you'll need Blade. But aside from that, I think we're going to just look at the character stats, and as you guys can see, Blade will be the highest damage dealer, Man-Thing will be the highest health, and Oath will be the one spreading out the debuffs, pinging. She's gonna do a lot. Oath is a cool character. Personally, now that I have Blade, I'm gonna try to unlock both, but now that I have Blade, I think I'm gonna try and do Man-Thing first, and then if I have extra core left, I will put it towards Oath. And I think Man-Thing having that taunt mechanic, the cleanse mechanic, and giving the base speed outside the raids, gonna make the team usable to some extent in Crucible defense or so. And yeah, that's it for the video. I appreciate you guys. Sorry if I'm being late, I'm dropping these videos, but we are back. We are going to make this into a new series. We're gonna do the Orkies tech team as well. We're gonna see which characters are the better choices to farm with cores. Appreciate you guys who are joining back to the channel. I appreciate you guys who are coming in for the first time. I hope to see you again. I hope you smash that like and subscribe button so that we can actually see each other again. If not, happy to have you and hope to see you back.